Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the Crypto Forecast. So as usual, I'm going to be having a quick look at the chart of Bitcoin versus the US dollar. I'm looking at the daily candles today and let's see what happened here. We had a little bit of a breakdown candle yesterday with a little bit of breakdown volume here. However, the volume is barely above the average volume. Generally, if you see the spike of volume here is still lower than the previous one. And the previous one is still lower than the previous one. So generally the volume is still decreasing, which means I don't think this is distribution volume. I don't think this is going to be breaking down badly, like just going down vertical or anything like that. It doesn't signal a trend reversal or anything like that. However, we have been going up for a very long time, and even though we did have consolidation, long consolidations along the way, here for example we had 1 month of consolidation at around $5,000, and then we were consolidating for a couple of weeks here at above and below $8,000. So even though we had consolidations on the way, what matters here is that the upswing it's lasting a really long time. Longer than average. So this current upswing so far it's lasted 113 days. It's one of the longest upswings in Bitcoin's history. You can go ahead and check the history of Bitcoin on the daily candles or the weekly candles, and you will see this is one of the longest ones. I think there was only one longer one in 2015 when we were starting the slow bull market. However, this is longer than average, so we are going to have a downswing at some point because that's what markets do, right? They go and do upswings and then downswings and then upswings and then downswings, and there's always a dominant trend. In this case, the dominant trend is up, but we still need to have downswings within this uptrend. So I'm thinking we could maybe finally be seeing the beginning of the next downswing. If this is the case, and look guys, I'm going to give you two scenarios of what I think it's more likely to happen next. So one would be we are going to enter a slow and boring downswing. It might be long. So I would expect the price to start going down slowly, not crash, not go to ridiculous levels like 5,000 or 4,000. No. Retrace, not that much, but do it slowly. And then give you the opportunity to buy this dip for the next upswing. This is one of these scenarios. Or the other scenario that I see could be playing out is that we just consolidate here. We continue to consolidate at more or less $8,000. And then getting ready for the next push up, which would mean we're not going to have a downswing yet, and the downswing or the correction will come later in the future. These are my two possible scenarios, and I'm going to give 50-50 to each one. You know, sometimes I can give a bigger probability to one outcome and a smaller to another one. Not in this case. There's nothing more I can read here other than these two. I don't expect this to just break vertical up. That would be one scenario that I find very unlikely. I don't think we're gonna just smash vertically up or down. I don't think this is probable. Of course, it's not impossible. You need to plan for everything. But I don't think we're gonna go vertical up or down. I think we're gonna be going either sideways at around 8,000, or this is the beginning of the downswing finally, because we're overdue guys for a downswing. This downswing is going to come either a downswing or a heavy correction. The reason I don't think we're going to have a heavy correction here is because we had a lot of consolidation on the way, and also market sentiment is still, it's mostly positive, but there's still a lot of bears that didn't FOMO into this pump yet. So I don't think we're ready for a serious correction. However, we could be seeing a slow and boring downswing because we are overdue for this, guys. Markets swing up and swing down. So if we continue to go sideways here, then there's nothing for me to analyze. We're just gonna have to wait and see what pattern will form here going sideways. It usually forms tightening patterns, doing lower highs and higher lows, and then when the pattern is formed, or at least half formed, maybe we can start to get targets in the upside or in the downside, because it could break up or down. If this is indeed the beginning, the first candle of the beginning of a downswing, a slow and boring downswing, then my most immediate targets would be 7,400, which is obvious support from this peak here. So 7,400 would be the first buy the dip level, but it doesn't mean you need to have your orders set automatic to buy there. No, you can wait and see what happens, because we're far away from there. But as an estimate right now, I would say 7,400 is the first obvious support. If this one breaks down eventually, because I expect if we go down that low, I expect this to happen very, very slowly. So there's plenty of time to plan ahead probably. If this one doesn't hold, then the one that I have been saying for a very long time, which I think is going to be solid floor, is this diagonal black trend line here, which comes from the pre-breakdown levels here. So the line is uptrending, but it's uptrending very, very slowly. So right now at this point here, the 1st of July would be at 6,800. If it takes longer to get here, then it'll be a little bit higher, but even if it takes a long time, it'll be just below 7,000 whenever it gets here, because it's uptrending very, very slowly. So below 7,000, between 6,800, something like that. I think that's solid floor. I think that's going to be, if the price gets there, that would be a very, very good opportunity to buy the dip. For those people who haven't, been buying enough on the way up, that would be the buy the dip opportunity, in my view, in my opinion, according to my own technical analysis. Guys, I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.